will be your slaves. The Philistines said so, the Philistine giants. And David said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Out of that atmosphere of fear, where the armies of Israel were so timid, were so afraid, this man spoke up and said, I will take off the head of this man, this uncircumcised Philistine, and give it to the, to the birds of the air. And eventually, it was so. He was able to convert. That is the attitude of a reaper. He was able to convert that atmosphere of doubt, atmosphere of fear. He was able to put in faith into it, into the hearts of men. In that atmosphere where you put faith, God appears. God shows up and says, okay, let me prove myself. Let me prove myself. And God proves himself. Let me tell you something that happened yesterday. Yesterday, I was actually a little bit scared, meeting a woman who was mentally deranged. I wanted to pray with her. But when I asked her, can I pray with you? She didn't look at me. She threw her face away. That throwing your face away was, it brought a little bit of fear in me. And with that, I drove off my car, I left. But when I now thought about it, because when I was leaving, I felt the power of God, a sharp feeling of God's power, like a flashlight, lightning. But I'd already left. And I remember when I was moving to my car, I looked back and she looked at me and removed her face again. So that was what was looking like a red flag. But God was showing me that, look, I wanted to do something in the life of this woman. I wanted to deliver this woman. But because I did not allow him, if I had gone back to that woman, the atmosphere would have been filled with faith, and God's power would rest on this woman and heal this woman. In fact, there was one mentally challenged man I met some time ago. I met around, that was the Lubeju side of Lagos. And I interrogated him after prayer, and he told me the last thing he could remember is that he graduated from school. The devil is a liar. Somebody who was writing the final exam, and the devil struck him with mental insanity, and he was been roaming around Lagos. Too bad. That's what the devil does. But as a reaper, I casted out the devil out of him. I prayed with him until he was delivered from that curse. I thought I would help him in some ways, and I asked him, what's the phone number of your loved ones? Let me connect you with them. He could not, give me a phone number that makes sense, But I want to thank God that I was able to step out of my car and do the work of an evangelist to pray with that young man. But the one of yesterday, I don't know what happened. I had to step away. But I want to tell you that the attitude of a reaper is that you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be afraid. Confront the situation, no matter what it is. Confront that situation, that circumstances. Pray, and you see the miraculous power of God made manifest all over the place. Praise be the name of the Lord. So we are praying tonight. We're going to be praying in the next few minutes. We're going to be praying, casting out devil, praying all over, that anyone who has a mental insanity, you have a loved one who you don't know is in psychiatrist, we'll pray for the person. You just present the person's picture over your device or the person's case, and we'll pray together. There was a man that I've prayed for like 3 times now, but I went to Select today. I didn't see him, but I'm giving God all the glory because the man stepped on poison. And because he stepped on poison, his legs were decaying. He could not walk. But thank God, the last Saturday when I met him, he could walk. And the wounds are already healed, somehow covered. I give God all the glory. So what I want to bring out is the attitude of a reaper. For you to reap harvest, confront that situation. Speak over that situation, and you will see the miracle power of God made manifest. Praise be the name of the Lord. So one thing you should take away from this very message is that as a reaper, you need that